Challenging behaviour can be somewhat challenging. So in this video, I'm going to give you a few ideas on how you can directly address that challenging behaviour if you decide that it's appropriate. Enjoy! Okay, first of all, disclaimer. So the advice that I'm about to give about challenging behaviour directly is based primarily on my own experience, as well as little bits of research that I've done here and there. Now, I have tried out all these things, but having said that, your employers and your clients may have a different idea or different approach to how they think is best to approach negative behaviour. So, best advice that I could give is have a chat with someone in authority of your employer or your clients before addressing anything. Having said that, there's context and situations that you might need to apply this advice. So take all of this with a pinch of salt and bear in mind the context of the situation that you're in. Other than that, enjoy. Hi, my name is Niall. I've been an outdoor activity instructor for over a decade now, and welcome to Instructor 101. So if I need to directly address some challenging behaviour. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to start by praising them. I'm going to start by praising them, saying, hey, listen, at the start of the session, I noticed that you're really focused and it was great. It was really helpful to you and the rest of the team. Blah, 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 keep going a little bit, and then go to addressing the behaviour. Now I'll start going, now it seems, so key emphasis on the word seems, it seems that you are coming across as a bit distracted now, and I was wondering if there's any reason behind that. So what I've done there is I've used the word seems, so it gives a bit of wiggle room really. So it makes it come across that, okay, it might not necessarily be concrete and might not be a definite that they are distracted. It kind of just gives a maybe, so again, they're more receptive to what I'm about to tell them, and it seems like they are distracted. So as that, I then might add on at the end, so what some people might refer to as a praise sandwich, although some might call it by a different name. I know what that name is, it's a different type of sandwich, but we'll go with praise sandwich for now. What I might add on at the end is, look, it'd be really great if we could go back to the version of you that I saw at the start, which is really focused and really supportive to everyone else in the group. So we've also given someone something for them to aim for, and it's ended on a positive as well. So bear that in mind. So that praise sandwich scenario, it gives some wiggle room as well. It makes people more receptive. It addresses the behavior somewhere in the middle, but then gives something to aim for at the end. Also, if I'm going to address negative behavior, I'm going to try and do it on a one-to-one basis to one side, okay? Now, with that in mind, I say one-to-one, I want to make sure I'm not leaving myself in a position where I'm open to accusations. So I'll do it to one side out of earshot, but I'm going to make sure that at least someone else is around, so I'm not open to accusations. With that in mind as well though, I am going to make sure that I'm not giving that person an audience. This person could be acting up and they want to play to an audience or make a bit more of a scene, which isn't going to really play to the direction that you want if they're losing control, so they can't save face. And if they start having a go at you or making fun of you, then that's not going to help as well. If you get down to their level, speak to them respectfully, take them to one side. They haven't got an audience to play up to, and it gives a bit of one-to-one time, so it shows a level of respect as well. Now, when I've taken that person to one side, bearing in mind the stuff that we've spoken about previously, I'll end up addressing the behaviour or the attitude, not necessarily the person. So I'm not going to go outright and just say, you're always doing this, or you're always really disruptive. What I'd end up doing instead, using that praise sandwich, but just to speed things up a little bit, I'll end up saying something along the lines of, listen, I've noticed that this is this. It seems that your behavior is showing this, this, and this. As a result, I'd love to be able to see more of the first example rather than what's potentially being displayed right now. Now, I'm addressing the behaviour, not the person, because it's easy for that individual to be able to think to themselves, I can change my behaviour, but I can't change who I am. So if you create an identity for this person or a label where their character is someone that always disrupts things all the time, then it's not going to help them out with their identity, and it's just going to create more of that scenario, or more of that behaviour, which obviously we're trying to avoid as well. So address the behaviour, because they can address that and they can change their behaviour and attitude, but they can't necessarily change who they are. And if you create that as part of them, then it's going to be a big challenge. So what do you think about the stuff that I've just covered? Now, bearing in mind that there is lots of stuff there, and I've probably only just scratched the surface. Humans are incredibly complex things, so I don't claim to know the reasons why everyone is misbehaving for whatever reason. There could be loads and loads of reasons. All this advice is contextual, and like I said, it's based on my own experience and bits of research. Your employers and clients might have a very different idea of what's appropriate and the individual's needs. So make sure you check that first. Having said that, what tip have you found most helpful? What's been most useful? And maybe if there's anything, what do you think might be controversial? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. If this video was useful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on other future content. The easiest way to subscribe is to click the 101 logo by the side of my head, but also feel free to check out my other resources on Instagram and Facebook. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care.